Hello everyone and welcome to the F1 corner after the qualifying session of the 2021 Monaco Grand Prix. Surely one of the most exciting qualifying sessions that we've had in a long time. Up to 6 cars at some point we thought would be fighting for pole, but who would have thought that the home man Charles Leclerc would be taking pole position in a Ferrari in 2021. This is an incredible story for the young man Charles Leclerc taking pole in front of his home crowd, followed by Max Verstappen in second place, Valtteri Bottas in third, and Lewis Hamilton not doing better than seventh. A huge blow for the championship. We will get to the how and whys of all of that and all the actions toward the end of this video, so stay tuned and watch. But as usual, we have to start with what happened in Q1. And before that, obviously, remember to smash the like button and to subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss any update regarding the Monaco Grand Prix or any other race this season. So, we're out in Q1, Mick Schumacher, Nikita Mazepin, Nicolas Latifi, Fernando Alonso, and Yuki Tsunoda. Well, Mick Schumacher did not take part in qualifying. This is why there is no time next to his name. He damaged his car in FP3 and damage was too severe to repair it in time. So Schumacher will start last and just did not take part in qualifying. Nikita Mazepin obviously starts in front of him for the first time this season. Could not get better than the Williams, but this is what we expect from the Haas. Latifi also struggling to find a little bit more pace when you see that teammate George Russell did make it to Q2, but still it's only 0.3 of a second. It is not far behind George Russell, but Latifi still struggling to try and get the best of his teammate. So far, Nicolas Latifi never outqualified George Russell. The big disappointment of this qualifying session, Fernando Alonso, only 17th best, while Esteban Ocon did manage to make it to Q2. Alonso still not at his best, not at ease with the car, gave himself a 5 out of 10 out of scoring for his own Formula 1 return. Not really great with that car. We know that Renault, that Alpine I should say, is not the best in the world, but we expect more for Fernando. In all fairness, Esteban Ocon is driving great since the beginning of the season, so let's see how things unfold in the future, but for sure Alonso will expect better of himself as well. Yuki Tsunoda, 16, first time ever racing in Monaco for him, also first year in Formula 1, so no experience on track. He did the best he could, missed Q2 by 2/100th of a second. This is nothing, and when you look from 16 to 13, there is 1/10 of a second. Really, there is not much more he could have done. It is true that Pierre Gasly made it all the way to Q3, but for Yuki Tsunoda, first time and missing by so little, I think there's potential during the race, even if overtaking is tough in Monaco. He's got the car to climb the position if he can find how. So we'll start in 16th place, Yuki Tsunoda, 17, Fernando Alonso, Nicolas Latifi, 18, Nikita Mazepin, 19, and Mick Schumacher in last. Q2, we're out. Esteban Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo, Lance Stroll, Kimi Räikkönen, and George Russell. Russell, no big surprise. Williams not expecting much more than making it to Q2 by the skin of their teeth. Kimi Räikkönen, little bit disappointing considering that Antonio Giovinazzi, his teammate, made it to Q3. Räikkönen struggling in quali this season, only outqualified Giovinazzi once in Imola this year. So, is he getting old, or is the car not to his liking, or is just Giovinazzi getting better and better and stepping his game up? For sure, Alfa Romeo not expecting really to score points this weekend as for any other weekend, but the fact that Giovinazzi starts 10th, and we will get to that when we also get to Q3, means that there is at least a fair chance because of how difficult it is to overtake in Monaco. Lance Stroll behind his teammate Sebastian Vettel. Vettel finally starting to find his grip around the Aston Martin car. So Lance Stroll not making it to Q3, starts 13. Not bad overall considering that the Aston Martin is also a tricky car and is currently 7th in the championship. Daniel Ricciardo, disappointed by his result. And this is what is surprising here. He himself says that the lap feels good, that the car feels good. He cannot understand where he is losing time. So it's going to be a big debrief, I believe, tonight. And they will be looking at different strategies to try and make it to the points. And Esteban Ocon, 11th, showing that Alpine is making progress. But for the whole weekend, it was tough for the whole team. Not expecting much tomorrow during the race. And, you know, we saw it during practice. The Alpine is not a car that likes this track. So I think for this weekend, Ocon and Alonso, both Alpine, will be further back. But hopefully they can make a comeback at the next race. But not everything is lost. This is tomorrow that counts. So we'll start in 11th place, Esteban Ocon. Daniel Ricciardo in 12, 13, Lance Stroll, followed by Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell. And now to the big showdown in Q3. Mentioned it at the beginning, Charles Leclerc on pole in front of Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas. But let's start at the bottom. Antonio Giovinazzi, not expecting much more considering that Alfa Romeo does not belong in the top 10 to begin with. It is just a very good effort. Sergio Perez, disappointing result with Max Verstappen making it into second place. Perez 1 second behind. And Perez said that he was getting at ease with the car and was even aiming potentially for pole and win. This is going to be very tough. Disappointing quality for Sergio Perez. But, you know, considering that Verstappen is second and seeing where is Lewis Hamilton at the moment, and we'll get to him in a minute, I think there is potential for Perez to still help Max Verstappen to some extent tomorrow. Sebastian Vettel, very, very good result for Aston Martin in his case. Aston Martin, a car that is still in development, that is not performing as well as everyone would hope. Vettel, the fact that he made it to Q3 shows that there is still potential, that he himself is also getting better and better at handling that car. There is hope for a few points tomorrow for Aston Martin. Lewis Hamilton, the big talk of the day. Never seemed like he had the grip around Monaco. From free practice 1 on Thursday until today in quali. Super quick in the straight, but when he needs the grip, when he needs to turn and where it matters really, the slow corners of Monaco, this is where he is losing it all. Not confident with that car, only 7th place, and with Verstappen starting so high up, this could be a big blow in the championship, a turning point to some extent, because we know that Verstappen also needs to outperform Lewis Hamilton this weekend to bring himself back really close in the fight for the championship. So what can Hamilton do tomorrow? It's really tough to say when you look at it. The other cars in front of him are very, very quick. We saw it also during practice. Gasly, the AlphaTauri in 6th. Very good result also. And the AlphaTauri, just like the Red Bull, are two similar cars to some extent. So the AlphaTauri is expected to do well on that track. It will not be easy for Hamilton to overtake him, and even less easy to overtake the other guys in front. Lando Norris, 5th. We know these guys are fighting for 3rd in the championship with the Ferraris. Ferraris very good this weekend, but Norris showing that they have also a good car around Monaco. And by the way, there is a leaf blower going out outside, so I am very sorry if you are hearing this. Carlos Sainz fourth, very good. It means that both Ferraris are in front of the McLaren this weekend. This is going to be huge for the championship battle. Sainz, first time ever that he's out-qualified by a teammate in Monaco, but he's facing Charles Leclerc, and I think overall he should be very satisfied. We don't expect the Ferrari to be there. So good result for Carlos Sainz. Valtteri Bottas, third place. Now this is where we start asking questions. How can Hamilton be 7th and Bottas 3rd? It seems like Bottas found speed with that car and is finding the grid that Hamilton cannot find. So it is. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. Maybe Bottas can try to create bottlenecks and slow down the other cars behind, so that Hamilton can more easily pass them and make it to 4th and 3rd tomorrow. We will see, but for sure Carlos Sainz will try to overtake Bottas at the start, so it might not be a strategy worth doing. Max Verstappen, 2nd place, could maybe have been on pole and may start on pole tomorrow, because Charles Leclerc, during his last quick lap, crashed into the wall, causing a red flag, meaning that what you see there are actually only the first lap that everyone did. So Leclerc on pole, but crashing afterward, and there is worry that his gearbox might be damaged, and if it is, he will have to take a 5-place grid penalty. This has not been determined at the moment of recording this, so we'll take for granted that Charles Leclerc is on pole, but Verstappen 2nd, and we knew pretty much from the beginning that it would be a fight between the Ferraris and the Red Bulls for pole position. And in all fairness, all likelihood, there's a chance that Leclerc would have remained on pole anyway. So Verstappen, still happy with 2nd place. Everything can happen tomorrow. The start will be very important, and we know Verstappen has had good start so far this year, while the Ferrari might be struggling a little bit more. But for a city boy, Charles Leclerc, who was born and lives in Monaco, this is a dream come true. On pole in a Ferrari with a chance to potentially even win this race, even though in 4 times in Monaco, Charles Leclerc has 4 DNF. So not a track where he is lucky, but everything can happen in the streets of Monaco. We saw it in 1996 when Olivier Panis won the race actually. So we'll start on pole position unless there is a gearbox penalty. Charles Leclerc, followed by Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas, and in 4th place, Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris behind, Pierre Gasly in 6th, Lewis Hamilton 7th place. Will have a lot of work to do tomorrow. Vettel 8th, Sergio Perez 9th, and Antonio Giovinazzi in 10th. That's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you once again for watching. Please remember to smash the like button and to subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss anything, any update, any news about the 2021 Formula 1 season. And I will see you again on Sunday after the race, after the Monaco Grand Prix. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and have a great day.